But overall, it wasn't the getting down part. It was the getting up part.
I feel like you got up fast.
If you look
too.
at the video, I almost tripped. I ain't gonna say tripped, but I had a little.
I feel like you got up fast.
I was like, oh, thank God. Okay, I'm good.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Spechel Nicole, and here on my channel I give you videos all about beauty, my micrologs, and love. So here is another episode of Love and Scribe, and I am joined by my
You say it.
fiance. We are engaged, and today we want to give y'all a little bit of tea on our big day. Well, I guess it's our
Big day.
but we got a bigger one coming.
Right, it'll be the biggest day.
Okay, the biggest day. So this is the big day, little big day. We got the biggest day.
Facts.
It's on the way. So we're gonna share a little bit of our proposal story, how we knew we were ready for marriage, and Mitch is probably gonna do most of the talking because he had to do most of the work. I just had to show up, and I didn't even want to show up. So that's more tea. But yeah, you ready to get into it, babe?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna give Mitch the floor. Oh, first, let me put this out there that our proposal video is live on Babe's YouTube channel. So we're not gonna go into all the details and spill all the tea about that because you can go and watch that video right now. I'm gonna drop the link below, and I'll put a link up above to his page so you can go ahead and get to it and watch it so you can see all the tea, all the details, how the day went, how I reacted to being asked, will I marry him? But yes, the video is bomb, and now Mitch is gonna share a little insight on the behind the scenes planning / lying that he did. Emphasis on the lying part.
Wow. So when it came time to start planning for the proposal, I know in October of last year, maybe early November, I asked Spechel one day, like, hey, like, do you even know what your ring size is? Like, if we were to get engaged, I wouldn't know how to, like, you know, go and get a ring because I don't know your size. So we took a random impromptu date to the jewelry store, and that's when my plotting began. And so while she was there, she showed me some things she liked, what would be her number one. And so I came to learn that she wanted a rose gold marquee diamond with a halo, which as you can see is on her finger. But from that moment on, I followed my due diligence. I asked Spechel's mom for her blessing. She gave me that blessing. She was a little thrown off when I called her because I never really called her. So she was like, what's wrong, son-in-law? Which is what she always calls me anyway. And I was like, nothing wrong. I was like, I just want to talk to you about something. And I was like, I know me and Spechel have been together for a while now. I know this is usually a question I would ask her dad, but being that he's no longer with us, I wanted to ask you if you would be, you know, willing to give me your blessing to ask for her hand in marriage. And she was like, of course. That's the reason why I call you my son-in-law. I already knew it was coming. So that was great. So that put the plan in motion. So I just had to really search for venues. I was trying to do something big, but not too big, because I also know she wanted to have a public proposal, but only with like intimate family and friends on both sides, like my family, friends, and hers. And so next I'm like, all right, I need to get my partners in crime, which are Spechel's best friends, on board. So I called them personally and told them what was up. So they're all excited, like, oh my God, Mitch, you about to make me cry.
What?
That's what they said. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. You about to propose to my honey. That's what they call each other. Honey, you about to propose to my honey. Mostly Leah.
I know it was.
But yeah, she was like, oh my God. I was like, would you like to see the venue with me? She was like, of course, like, let's go. So Leah in the Army Reserves and all that kind of stuff. So I had to work on her time. So we ended up linking up. I took her to the venue. I was like, yeah, so this is the space we have. I'm not about this decorating life, so I'm gonna leave that to you. And so she was like, okay, that's fine. And so one of her other friends, Jamie, I called her as well, and Jamie got in on it too. She was like, okay, Mitch, I feel you, whatever you need. Like, she was Jamie was ready, like for real, for real. So shouts out to Jamie too, man. But yeah, overall, man, like the plan slowly but surely came together. The only thing I added in terms of like decor were like candles. So shouts out to my mom for hoarding those candles, and they did their own creative thing with it. And when I actually went to the venue, and we walked in, I was pretty shocked. I was actually pretty amazed at what they were able to do with what we were given. So, it was inexpensive, very simple to the point, but also dope at the same time. The aesthetics were perfect.
It was perfect to me.
But overall, like, I was like, yo, if planning a proposal is like this, I'm not looking forward to planning a wedding. But I know I got to be on board because this one.
I can tell he ain't part of planning a wedding.
So, yeah, so this one is definitely on me about it. So I'm going to get myself together. But planning it was fun. Spechel seems to think I can't hold water, so this was my time to prove her wrong. So I had a little chip on my shoulder throughout this process. And yeah, man, it just came together beautifully. Literally everybody that she didn't think knew about it.
My own mama.
Her mom knew for like over a month because I asked for her mom's hand in marriage in January when I picked up the ring after I paid for it. So her mom knew for like a month and a half, 2 months. What was up. So for her mom to be able to hold the water,
she held
shouts
that.
out to
That
mom.
was I think her was the main one that didn't because she didn't change her routine.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, like it was little things. So I was just like, everybody acting weird.
Yeah.
But she was the only one where I was like, well, she not acting weird. So it can't, and I guess this goes into like, cause I keep getting asked by people like, did I know or did I expect it? And like Mitch said, like we went wedding ring shopping, so it wasn't like I didn't think a proposal was coming one day. I didn't think it would come this soon in the year. I thought it would be later in the year. And then I never knew. I knew that my mom would always say yeah, but because she didn't flinch, flake, nothing. Like we had lunch that week. She came up, wasn't that the same week? It was yeah, she came up on that Tuesday and me and her had lunch. And I was telling her because I had to get something to wear because Mitch was like, tell me we was going to some couples event and how he had bought tickets and yada yada yada, and then I needed to dress up.
Little alibi.
I needed something to wear, so I had ordered something from Shein, and I was telling her and showing her my little order. I'm just showing her on the phone like, oh yeah, Mitch, we got going on a date or whatever. Now he said I need to dress up, and I was like, this is what I ordered. And she's like, oh, that's cute, and she just acted normal. Everything was just normal conversation. And then I told him like the only thing that I was just like, well, why she say that? Because he FaceTimed me while we were eating, and she was like talking to him, and she was like, yeah, I'm out eating with my daughter. And I'm like, why she say that? But I still was just like, well, she just being weird, or I don't know, she just said that. But other than that, she was like the most normal person, even the day of. Because she was just like, oh, did your clothes come? And I was like, no. She was like, what you gonna do? Like, it still was nothing like out of the way. Her and LaQuanta. Because LaQuanta also, with my other friend, she was real normal and stuff. And I was just like, well, they normal. But I was like, everybody else being real weird. They got me. They got me good. So what is next for the future Mitchells?
Yes, sir. I mean, at this point, man, my biggest thing has just been like soaking in and enjoying the position we're in right now as fiancés. I still have like moments where I refer to Spechel as my girlfriend, which hypothetically, like, she's still my girlfriend.
No, I'm not. I'm
like,
your fiance.
I mean, my dad called my mom his girlfriend. It's like a little playful thing. Obviously, you're my fiance, but you know, the ring says it all. But I mean,
I'm a fiance.
I'll put it this way. Even though we're fiancés, like, we're still just soaking in the moment and truly like having conversations about how we feel and things like that. I know a lot of people are rushing and asking us like, literally like after I propose, people was like, y'all got a date plan? If I just surprised this woman and she ain't know she was getting proposed to, how in the world do we have a wedding day? So for me, I just have been asking people to respect the space we're in now. I tell people, like, if you ask me about a date, I'm going to just tell you that ain't what I'm focused on right now. When we have a date, you'll know the date. So don't keep asking because I ain't going to tell you. That's just my personality, though. But wedding planning is the next step, figuring out a date. We talked about some things. Our biggest objective is finding a venue, which I haven't been as active in the search for as Spechel has been due to some family issues and things happening concerning my grandmother's health. But overall, I'm just ready to actually dive into it. It's a little more exciting for me now, but I'm not like one of those like jumping all the time. Like that's not my nature. Like even when people was asking me, was I nervous during the process of everything? I was like, nah, like I'm just confident. Like I'm confident in the sense that I can maintain my composure because confidence isn't about a physical display. It's about a heart thing. I knew in my heart I was making the right decision. I had a peace about it after I did it. Like I had a friend who purchased an engagement ring for somebody and he said the day after he did it, he had like an anxiety attack and stuff. Like for me, I slept better than I've slept in a long time after I bought that ring. And so that just let me know.
Sleep, but that's just me. Not because of him.
Well, I'm talking about after I bought the ring, not during the proposal stuff.
Yeah. I didn't sleep the days leading to it because I didn't know what he had planned. And I don't think I like surprises as much as I thought I did. I think it was too because I didn't have anything to wear. So that was worrying me.
Yeah, it worried me too.
I told him, I know I told you at least twice I didn't want to go and that he could cancel.
Like I literally worked a half a day because my director is a member at Spechel's church and he knew what was going on as well. So he let me work half a day. So I was calling her like, babe, when I get to Raleigh, like I will drive you back to the mall, even if I gotta pay for an outfit.
Boy.
Like I did not want her feeling the way she felt, knowing what was about to go down the next day. So like things worked out. She went back to the mall on her own earlier on Saturday, and she was more, comfortable with the outfit that she had put together. And I was just like, praise God. All right, now we can get to the business.
This baby was not about to step out of in anywhere on any scene. I was like, ain't nothing working. I don't like it. It don't fit. It's ugly. I feel like a grandma. I wasn't going.
The crazy part was, I got paranoid when we was pulling up to the venue because parking is very scarce out there. So I was like, I hope nobody is like walking into the venue as we pull up. I hope she don't see a car she recognized. Like all that stuff started popping in my head, but I was still like staying cool. And so as soon as we turned into the parking day where we parked, her mom drives like an orange tangerine colored Volkswagen. And as soon as we turned in, I spotted the car. So I was trying to hurry up and whip into a parking space so she wouldn't see it. And also, I had the ring in my travel bag that I always keep in my trunk. So I hopped out the car with a quickness and I popped the trunk. And she was still getting her stuff together. So I hurried up.
I had to put my shoes on.
Yeah, she had wore like some slides in the car, but she had to put her like heels on and stuff. And so while she was doing that, I quickly hit the finesse, popped the trunk, put the ring in my back pocket, and then waited on her to get out the car. But I don't even know if she noticed, but like my pants weren't tight, but if you put a ring box in your back pocket, it makes your butt look unorthodox. So I was trying to like stand at an angle so she wouldn't see it.
I didn't notice any of that.
But yeah.
I was trying to get my shoes on, trying to make sure my outfit was right.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna. I remember she mentioned something about she was like, I'm gonna find out where we going. I'm gonna Google where we going. And I was like, bro, you're not gonna find where we going. But if that's what you gotta do, by all means, embarrass yourself.
Yeah, because you kept saying that you bought a ticket. And I was like, oh, he bought a ticket. I'm going to go, where you going to get a ticket? It's going to be on Eventbrite or somewhere. That's how I was going. But I was like, It's like, I don't feel like worrying myself with that. So I was like, I'm going to just let a man be a man. He said that we're going somewhere. And I'm going to just go. I'm not going to investigate.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I just let it be what it was.
But I've just always had a strong sense, even in a spiritual sense, that like God has a special plan for us. No pun intended. But I do feel like God has a huge plan for us as a couple. I really feel like he's going to use us to be an example to people in our age group and maybe even younger people who are striving to get to where we are currently. And of course, once we get married, striving to get to that marriage goal. But overall, man, like, I'm looking forward to the planning process. I mean, I told Special, like, I joke around, like, the only thing I care about is I look drippy in my tux, but I care about more than that when it comes to the wedding. Like, I felt like the proposal was more like my time to shine in a sense because I planned everything, whatever, whatever. And even though people say it's both people days, like, the wedding is really her day. Like,
It is not. I'm not paying for it by myself.
right, but I'm saying overall, like, you're like more people are concerned about the bride and everything as opposed to the groom. So like for me, I don't mind. Like I look forward to taking the back seat and seeing everybody admire you. I'm not saying that literally. I'm just saying like on that day, like I still have responsibilities, obviously, but I'm not gonna get the looks walking down the aisle that you're gonna get walking down the aisle. So like there's just certain things that like me and my fellas gonna feel me. Like we know weddings are for women. Just gonna put it out there. But overall, I'm gonna, have my moments. I'll be able to share my vows. Might be a tear jerker. I'll be writing bars, so you never know. But yeah, man, I'm just excited.
I'll share the same philosophy.
Yeah. Overall, I think it's gonna be a great day for our families. A great day to be around friends. If the proposal is any inclination of what the wedding is gonna be like, it's gonna be a dope day, man. But we're gonna be good, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be a great time.
I'm excited. Wedding planning sucks. I do not enjoy it at all, the least bit, 0 bit. I like picking out wedding colors. That stuff, like wedding colors, decor,
Aesthetics.
the things that he probably doesn't care about and don't really matter because it's easy to put stuff on Pinterest and look at it and be like, this is what I want. That's fun. The frilly stuff, buying little bride to be and all that kind of stuff, all the little fiance gear, that stuff is fun. But actually looking at numbers and figuring out venues and what's included, what's not included, who you gotta call for this, who you gotta book for that. You can't have this there, but you can have this at this place. That geometry, algebra, trigonometry that you gotta do to figure out where you're gonna have your wedding and when, I don't like that.
So with that being said, my prayer is that God makes this process, I'm not gonna say easy, but easy in the sense that like we don't feel stressed with every single decision we have to make, that God will send things, people, and resources our way that will allow this process to flow naturally as it should.
I'm looking forward to it. I will say that, I guess we can wrap it up here, but I will say that if you are dating or wanting to date and all those kinds of things, like it doesn't take forever to know that you want to be married to the person that you are in relation with. It didn't take us long. We've been together. We were strangers and we dated for a year and 4 months, and Mitch has already said that he is ready to or considering proposing to me. And what month would that have been?
When we went on our date, so like October, November.
Yeah, that.
So pretty much around like our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah. He already knew, and that's off of us not even knowing each other at all and getting to know each other and being long distance, even though we see each other all the time. But basically, it doesn't take a long time to know that you want to marry someone, especially if you're both intentional, you're having the appropriate type of conversations, figuring out what each of you want, desire in life and in your relationship, and it'll all come to be what it's supposed to be.
Agreed, man. So
and make yourself seen,
yeah,
women.
Man. I would just like I say, man, like life is about seasons. You might go through a season where you're meant to be single. You might go through a season where God allows you to start dating and you're really focused on, finding that good match for you, but you don't have to compromise anything. I know a lot of people feel like they have to settle and compromise who they are. But I know one thing that makes me proud is that Spechel knows that she can be her absolute self with me, and I take her for everything that she is, you know what I mean? And vice versa. Like I've been in situations where I've been told I'm too much, And then, you know, in some situations, it's like, oh, you don't do enough. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to be in a place where my too much is accepted, you know what I'm saying? And that not doing enough is actually enough for her, like, you know, it means a lot. And that just adds value to our relationship. So, to my fellas, like, be serious, man. This is a life decision. You know what I mean? It's not every day you got to get down on your knee and ask that. That's one of the most important questions you're gonna ever ask somebody in your life.
How your knee feel?
My knee's good. I was doing aerobics to get the flexors and the knee correct,
You got down there fast.
and I had on the drip, so I was good. But overall, it wasn't the getting down part; it was the getting up part.
I feel like you got up fast.
If you look
too.
at the video, I almost tripped. I ain't gonna say tripped, but I had a little.
I feel like you got up fast.
I was like, oh, thank God. Okay, I'm good. But yeah, man. So it was a beautiful day. I'm glad I can continue to make Spechel happy by solidifying that I want to be her husband and that I want her to be my wife. So it's a good situation, man.
So that's our Love and Scribe update. We are engaged and wedding planning. So thank you to all of you who have been journeying with us from episode 1 until now. You have seen the growth, even if it's only been a few months that we have shared of our relationship, but still you get the picture and you get the point. We are Love Inscribed. Any last thoughts, babe?
We'll get back with y'all with the actual hashtag for the wedding and stuff, so we'll keep y'all updated with that.
It's a fiance.
Facts. Big facts.
We will check in with y'all later. Bye.